So, good day everyone. We will now proceed to the first part of our topic dealing with the extracellular structure of the cell. So, remember that it can be categorized into two. We have the extracellular structures for both plant cell and animal cell. So, for the plant cell, the extracellular structure is known as the cell wall. So let's try to discuss in detail the cell wall. So the cell wall can be found in what kind of cell? So this will be our context clue. So as you notice, the cell that can be observed in this presentation is actually an example of a plant cell. Okay? So we have a plant cell as you notice in our PowerPoint presentation. So it means that plant cells consist of cell wall. And take note that cell wall is located on the outer part of the plasma membrane. So therefore, cell wall covers the plasma membrane of a plant cell. So, in summary, cell walls can be found among plant cells. But aside from plant cells, cell wall can be observed among the following microorganisms. So we have the following examples like bacteria, fungi, and protozoans. So these are the microorganisms in which they possess cell wall on their respective cells. So as you notice, animal cells, including human cells, don't have cell wall. They can be found only among plant cells, bacterial cells, fungi, and the cells of protozoans. So, for the continuation, differentiate cell wall and cell membrane in terms of their thickness. So, in our illustration, you can observe carefully that cell wall is thicker than the plasma membrane. So, as you notice, it is thicker than the plasma membrane. So, that is the concept that we need to consider. Cell walls are thicker than the plasma or cell membrane that can be found in a plant cell, bacterial cell, fungi, and the cells of protozoans. So for the next presentation, we will discuss its major function as well as its primary structure. And for the continuation of our topic dealing with cell wall, let's try to discuss its primary functions when it comes to the plant cell. Okay, so first and foremost, the major function of a cell wall is that since it is located on the outer part of the cell, then we can infer that it protects the entire cell. Since it is located on the outermost part. Second, it maintains the shape of the cell. So that is the second function of a cell wall. It maintains the shape of the cell. And then, number 3, it prevents excessive uptake of water. Okay, recall that too much water in a typical cell is not ideal because it can change the concentration of ions and molecules. That is why the control of water molecules must be observed, and this is the major function of the cell wall. It prevents excessive uptake of water so that it can maintain homeostasis when it comes to plants, bacteria, fungi, and protozoans. So these are the major functions of cell wall. So let's now proceed to its structure. Okay? So as you notice in our illustration, the outer region of the plant cell is known as the cell wall. In our legend, it is green in color. So primarily, cell wall is actually made up of polysaccharide known as cellulose. So let's try to write it first. So this cell wall is actually made up of cellulose. Okay? So again, its suffix is "-ose". If the suffix is "-ose", it means that it is an example of a sugar. So therefore, cellulose is a form of sugar. Specifically, it is a polysaccharide. It consists of more than 2 sugar units. That's why we use the prefix poly. So polysaccharides, these are carbohydrate groups that consist of more than 2 sugar units. And one of the examples of a polysaccharide is the cellulose. So again, cellulose is the primary chemical composition of a cell wall. And take note that cellulose is the main reason why is it that our woods are strong and durable. So again, cellulose, it makes the wood hard and durable. Okay, so this is the main reason why is it our woods obtained from the trees are considered to be hard and durable because of cellulose. And this cellulose was actually the main component of the cell wall. Hence, it protects the cell from the external environment. Okay, but did you know that there are 2 types of cell wall? Okay, so there are 2 types of cell wall. But before we proceed to those 2 types of cell wall that can be developed by a plant cell, let's try to illustrate it first. So we have, for instance, so this region is known as the plasma membrane. So this is the plasma membrane. And then on the outer region, okay, take note, in the outer region, we have the cell wall. So for example, this example, which is pink in color in our main legend, is a cell wall. But take note that this cell wall is considered to be thin and flexible. So this cell wall that is thin and flexible is known as the primary cell wall. So primary cell wall can be defined as the cell wall which is considered to be thin and flexible, in which this primary cell wall was actually developed among the young plants. So young plants develop the so-called primary cell wall, in which this primary cell wall is considered to be thin and flexible. So this is known as the primary cell wall. Okay. On the other hand, as the plant grows older, or let's say it reaches its maturity, as the plants become more matured, they develop a cell wall which is thick and durable. So in our legend, it is purple in color. So it is durable and thick. So this cell wall, which is durable and thick, developed by matured plants as they grow older, will be known as the secondary cell wall. Okay, so these are the 2 types of cell wall that can be developed among the plants. So again, young plants develop the so-called primary cell wall, which is considered to be thin and flexible. But as the plants become more matured, as they grow older, they develop a cell wall which is thicker and they are more durable. known as the secondary cell wall. So that is our main topic about the cell wall of a plant cell. It is made up of cellulose, which is a polysaccharide sugar, in which it aims to protect the cell. It maintains the shape of the so-called plant cell, and then it prevents excessive uptake of water to maintain homeostasis.